I'm seated today with Mike Schabel. He's the VP of the Small Cells Division for Alcatel-Lucent. Mike, what trends within the small cell market are you seeing?
Yeah, let's talk about wireless in general. We're seeing a huge transformation in the wireless industry with really the migration from voice-based networks to true data broadband networks. It's very exciting in the industry. What we've seen is that there's a lot of pressure then on operators in general to address that capacity demand. We do it with new spectrum, and we see all the interesting challenges that are about when it comes to spectrum management. We're working in the industry on next generation technologies through 3GPP standards and releases to get those technologies into the network so we can more efficiently deliver those bits. But we recognize that independent of whose projection of the future you look at with the growth, we know that small cells are fundamentally physically required in order to address that growth that we're seeing in the industry. So what you're seeing right now is a lot of anticipation of what infrastructure, networks, services we need to build into the networks for the future so we can have a long-term sustained growth in order to meet capacity demands of the future.
What are the top concerns you're hearing from operators when it comes to metro cell rollout?
You know, I feel like this is a sliding story. The story changes every day. It started with what does the box look like, the actual radio, because we had to put it in front of town planners and say, can we get this into an environment where we deploy this ubiquitously, where subscribers in general will see this in their communities and they are okay with it. So we're really focused on size. I think that has passed. Now, the concern was now, can we make them interoperate from an RF perspective and interference, and both from 3G and 4G type solutions, can we get that to work with the macro network and make sure that the macro and the small cells don't conflict with each other? I think we're making great progress in the trial activities that are happening around the world today. That's actually now passed. The common theme today, you know, the theme of the day, if you will, is mobile backhaul. Can we actually deliver mobile backhaul? I believe the answer is absolutely yes. From Alcatel-Lucent's perspective, we've been a provider of wireline backhaul solutions and IPD solutions and optical solutions for years and years, and leaders in that space. And so it's with high confidence that I know we can deliver those solutions. It's just a matter of getting the right mix of solutions to provide an economically favorable total cost of deployment for operators. So there are a lot of solutions that are out there. They're available today. It's just getting that sweet spot right. The thing that I worry about tomorrow, though, which is where we're going, which is going to be tomorrow's question, is more focused on what is it going to take to actually go build and service and develop these networks and operate them. So it's more of the nuts and bolts of how do we go build, manage, operate, and deploy networks. That's the key that I think tomorrow when you're in this seat and asking me the same question, that'll be the answer. So.
Finally, Mike, what are some next steps that you see in the metro cell space on the horizon?
So we continue to come back on again this point of how do we help the wireless operators transform their networks from what they're used to doing today with building effectively macro-based networks to the networks of tomorrow, which are heterogeneous-based networks. Everything changes for them. Everything really starts changing. The sites that they deploy are different. The lease arrangements are different. The backhaul is different. In fact, even the labor that they're using in order to manage and deploy and service and even maintain those networks is different. Their O&M is different. So we've been focusing on how we actually develop a full set of solutions that make this easier. Developing products, for example, we just came out with our mobile backhaul solution with our small cell router that actually is bespoke for small cells. We've come up with an end-to-end solution that is a build, operate, transfer for operators to help them through this massive transformation. So the next big thing is actually, I would say, today's present thing, which is just getting the mechanics right. Let's go figure out how to actually, and not underweight how important this is, let's figure out how to actually transform these networks. Simple steps. How do we install it? How do we deploy it? How do we service it? How do we manage it? How do we operate it? How do we do it in a multi-vendor way, which is very important in order to liberate the network with respect to dependencies on macros and metro vendors. We need to make sure that operators can actually have best-of-breed solutions in their networks. And I think if we cover off those mechanics in a very stepwise way, I'm confident we can do it, then I think we can really talk about what the future is, which is cool technologies like multi-radio access technology, layer, load balancing control. We're going to get to those subjects, but let's get the mechanics right.
Excellent. Mike Schabel, thank you for sitting down with us today.
Thanks for your time, appreciate it.